Hey guys, Kyle with Alleycat here out of Effingham. I got a 2016 Malibu. Guys got her blacked out, looks pretty cool. Doing some heated seats in this one. I just wanted to show you switch location. Was able to do about exactly the same on both sides right here in the front. What you got to watch is, make sure you get it to where when the seat's all the way in, you're still clearing the wires that go through there. The only thing I had to really change on the seat to make this heated seat insert work was this center hog ring right here. I did have to remove it, had to trim a little bit of the element to clear these two hog rings. Element goes clear back in here, so butt coverage is good. Clear out the front. Do have a little bit of spot in there where the bundle of wires meet up, but not a problem. If I did it back here, then I'd lose a hog ring, so it wouldn't look as good. Seat back runs up to the top, clear down and around, so worked out good there. Power source on this vehicle, the main reason I'm doing this video, what I've done on these vehicles, I've done several of these in the past. Each one has a little bit different seat cushions, but right here there's a high power relay. I want to say it's fused to either 30 or 40 amp here on the front. No, there's both a 30 and a 40 amp fuse. I can't remember which one's for that. I checked it one time, but I think it's the 40. But these two wires are output off that relay, and I believe they feed the two power sockets or something. I can't remember. I did track it down before to see what they fed, but with what they feed, I felt real comfortable with the extra supply on this. I figured who's going to be using those outlets or something at the same time, with a chance of somebody running something big enough, it's not going to probably be there. If so, pop the fuse, whatever. This is 10 amp on each one off that relay, so it kicks off with the key, on and off with the key. And these new GM, I know it's hard to find something that's a ignition source without having to add your own relay, and if you can avoid that, it's going to be a little bit more reliable yet. Go to the other side here and I'll show you the other seat. This is where you run into the time-consuming part of the install on these GM. If you are doing this as a DIY, I just say don't do it, because you're going to have so much problem with this seat. You're probably going to cuss yourself, or you're going to be listening to your airbag dinger go off, because you're going to have that going off. Because this element, if you just even lay this element on top of this seat, it's not the weight. It has something to do with the grid pattern, and when the unit's either on or grounded, and when it's wired up correctly, that element alone sitting on top of that airbag sensor will trip the light, which is fine, because if somebody's sitting in it, you want it to go on, so the airbag's on, but you don't want it going off when nobody's sitting in there. So I have to change a few things with that sensor and where I put the pad. I've figured out if you only run your heated seat element so far back, you can get away with changing a little bit of stuff in there, and the pad still picks up, or the sensor still picks up the seat just right. When you kick the switch on, it doesn't trip the light or nothing. So seat back normal as the other side, slick and easy, quick part of the job. But this one here you're going to tinker with for a while before you figure out exactly what you need to do. This thing has hog rings all the way around this, and to do this you really have to take this whole seat bottom out and then remove all the hog rings, maybe except for maybe one or two on this side. You could probably leave them. I think I did that, but in the end all your hog rings go back in except for this one. Your element trim out a little bit, roll it up in here. This one here, since it's farther forward, you don't really see the bundle of wire up there in the front. But other than that, good luck with your install.